With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first Super Bowl of a new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's get up. Let's go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated.
And he's into the clear. 30. Touchdown, Titans. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Dickerson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Push him back. Push him back.
On third down, Vic. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here goes Vic on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Vic operating on first down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw on second down from Vick, incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Here's Michael Vick. Steps away to his left. He may try it, but I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill being chased out left. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Devin White able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
70, Indy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Tannehill, sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. They were looking for Johnson that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Vick. They'll roll him out right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. They'll run on first down. Dickerson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And Vick's throw there incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Tannehill. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So here's Vick following the interception. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Mean Joe Green. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. On 2nd down now, Dickerson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Vick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Vinatieri's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some set.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mean Joe Green able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now he'll pull it down. It's Hill, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They go play action here on first down. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
We want it. Come to my word. You gonna take. You got it.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Titans take over
Go,
first and 10
let's go.
at
Let's
their
go.
own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Dickerson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, Vick. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Vick now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, Vick. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there is that one. Good for 15 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Brooks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ryan Shazier, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Tannehill going to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now Michael Vick. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
What a Super Bowl this has been, and the biggest play comes now. It's 4th down. On 4th down, Vick dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Ready, 30 base.
And they're singing and the music